Kofel present. McHale present. Summa present. Muracco present. Please stand for the pledge of allegiance. Pledge of allegiance to the flag
United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with justice and justice for all.
I'd like to announce the executive session. We need to file a work session on Wednesday, May 21st, 2014, for personnel agent. Open the floor for personnel public discussion.
Before we get into public discussion, last meeting, I wanted to apologize to Mr. and Mrs. Mead for being short-tempered and not allowing them to discuss whatever they choose to discuss. I would like to tell everybody that we'd like to keep this open and allow everybody to speak for as long as they wish to speak, and as long as we keep on topic, and it's something that, you know, is of interest to the school board and on what our agenda is, or something that may come before the board, we're certainly want to hear everybody. I just would ask, we've been a little bit lax in terms of our rules. You know, we let two people come up at once and talk. We've had some trouble, and we'd like to just, if only one person can speak at a time, and then the next person can then get up and speak, so we can keep it flowing properly. That's all I ask, and just give your name and your address, okay? Any handouts that you'd like to give to the board, we'd ask you to try and get them in on Mondays if possible. If not, we'll take them tonight, give them to the superintendent, he'll distribute them, we'll talk about it at the next meeting if that's okay with everybody. If it's something urgent, you know, obviously we can deal with that at the time, okay? And again, I apologize to Mr. and Mrs.
Thank you very much.
Please come up and state your name and address, please.
Joanne Summa, 11 Mill Street. My question is, my husband and I went to the meeting on Monday, and you told us that we did not have the right to public opinion then. I'm curious as to the public comment law now, after that, how is it still an open session?
Well, I really didn't understand the question, but what we do is, at our work sessions, we talk about the agenda that we're going to work on tonight. And then, before we take any actions, we then have a public discussion so that anybody who wants to talk about anything on our agenda can speak about it, so that we have the public feels about the issues that we're going to vote on tonight before we vote. So that gives everybody an opportunity to speak on the issues and to give the board members their opinions as to whether they should or shouldn't do what they're proposing to do. So I don't understand, in a work session, we didn't even discuss the issues yet, and we're not taking any issues on them. So how would we have a public discussion before we even discussed the issues that we're going to put on the agenda? And the rule is that as long as you have public participation before any vote,
But it's each. The Sunshine Act says each.
it says,
May and, shall and.
if you look under subsection D, the rule says that you give public opinion or public perception, public participation before you take official action. That's the purpose of the rule. And we've been doing this since 1975. So in 1993, the rule went into effect, and we've been doing this all along. We had public participation before we take any official action. It's just surplusage to have it twice. We don't even have anybody at our public work sessions. You were the first people that ever came, besides the newspaper.
But you didn't want us there, and you threatened to kick my husband out before when you tried to videotape it. You threatened to have him arrested and have him kicked out when you tried to.
Today?
No, but since this has happened, it is legal now, but when my husband told me, you told me you couldn't.
Joanne, do you have something to bring up tonight? Anyone else?
Brian Tesla, teacher for I'm here again to soccer is during year. We were actually doing a preseason tournament on the weekend of August 16th and 17th. And we're wondering if it would be possible to put it into the field.
We will be able to give it an football program, soccer program,
Fall sports mix.
track.
Yeah, it's,
That's the part of what you're supposed to do. So, yeah, put it in writing, give it to Ricky, and have an answer. And I think as far as the soccer team goes, we looked into it, we got some numbers, so we haven't finished discussing. That's right, Ricky?
We did a survey, and there are some numbers. We haven't really got into the depth, so we're really not at any point of making a decision right now. The costs are involved, and the league schedule is involved also. I mean, we are certainly in discussions about it. And if you need, then I feel all that has to go in writing. Tonight, we're going to approve requested facilities, so that's what happened at the work session. I'll bring your letter up to the board. This is what they would like to do, this is the field they would like to use, and then the board would make a decision at June or the August meeting for that to occur.
yeah, the only reason we're asking is because that's the weekend that I want to share with you. So kind of like,
Put down what field you would like to use too.
okay.
What age group are those students? Like how many games would you be playing? So you would have to include if there's 4 games or 8 games or whatever, I don't know.
It's going to be a U10, which is 8-9-year-olds. We're trying to get 16 teams at most. And then it'll be a 2-day thing where it's first day team, it's kind of mimicking the World Cup on that start. We do a group play, each team guaranteed 3 games. And if they finish in the top of the top 2 teams in their group, they'll move into the knockout.
The date you mentioned, the football team will practice, so you have to work around that. You said the 15th.
16th and 17th.
Is that a weekend or is that a?
It's Saturday.
Okay. Just put it all in
Brian,
writing.
how old are they?
8-9.
You only have water in that.
Yeah, there's, I don't know how, I know there's kids who play at Hillside Park and everything, and they had the same rule.
Do let it be.
Alright. Thank you.
Three questions. The first question is, did more students register for the AP test?
There was more students. There's 41 tests. I don't know if the breakdown is good. That's a lot more than previous years.
And is the summer reading list for 7th and 8th grade coming out?
Mr. Glow, can you answer that? The summer reading list?
It'll be mailed home with the one hours.
Okay, great. And lastly, wrote my question down, and it's Mr. McDonald to pass it out to you guys later on. I said, what initiatives have been proposed to raise the test scores for the 2014-2015 school year? Please list all that have taken place in the last school year. I've asked this question in many ways, in many forms, in many handouts, and it's really important, and I mentioned it many times, and it's kind of frustrating. I see small things occurring, but I don't know if it's on the forefront of everybody's agenda, it should be. So I would love to repeat the original. Sure. What initiatives have you proposed to raise the test scores for the 2014-2015 school year? I asked this exact same question May of 2013, and they asked what initiatives have you proposed to increase the scores 2013-2014. So I'll let you think about it, and we'll come back in June to hear the answer. Okay? And then the last thing, I did watch the work session that was posted on YouTube, and I want to commend Mrs. Lopaka because her analysis of the budget was phenomenal, like she did a great job. And I did do some research because being a special ed teacher, I kind of know some things about the funding, and
budget, and it's not very flexible, because being a special teacher, you have to provide those services, and the kids really need it. But it's sad that it's the building that is causing the kids. A little research on that. And then,
John Mead, 1709 Quincy Avenue. Mr. McDonald, we emailed each other today. And the biggest question, obviously, on our mind is, we know that the schedule came in, you update. What did you task him to do, or what is his schedule for?
Now, what he did, he came in and met with our leadership team, myself, our guidance department. He found out what our needs are, what we are looking to do. He's also a curriculum specialist, by the way, so he has ideas himself. He asked for a lot of information, including our contracts, what teachers were shared. He toured the facilities, this cafeteria, a little bit of an issue, because it's really not large enough for some things. But he's gathered an awful lot of information. He met with our team the whole day, and he's coming back with some priorities. He tasked them on what the priorities were, whether it was a shorter lunch period, remediation for biology, algebra 1 and Keystone exam, develop a scheduling process and timeline that allows student course requests to dictate the master schedule. There's numerous things like that he has. He has factors that must be considered, questions to consider, whether we want a 9-period day or an 8-period day, whether we can have enough staff for a 9-period day. And all those things he's already sent back to us. We're going to meet, our team is going to meet and get back to him. He's going to work this Friday. He's going to start a proposal. I asked him when he left, did you have anything in place for next school year? He said no. He said no. So, but the bigger picture is he's a pretty talented person. We're a school district that is small and we don't have a lot of staff. Whether people want to believe that, we really don't have a lot of staff. We share staff and we share facilities. But he seems very enthusiastic. We want to get the best overall programs for our kids that we can. So, as opposed to just rushing right into one thing. That was one of the questions. I was hoping that he would have something for September. He said, I don't think so. That was his, he said, I don't think so.
So your next meeting with him will be?
He said in his email, he's starting this Friday. He's going to start his first, he has programs and algorithms. He's going to start his first proposal. He said this Friday. He is not where he is.
He's working on it.
He's working on it. He gave us these to get back to him with anything we want to add to the track. All these.
So then, I guess, what would the goal be for him to meet with?
Well, it's up to, it's him now. He came, he met with all our teams, found out where we want to go. He's going to put suggestions in too, and he's going to develop 3 or 4 proposals for us. That's what he's going to do. And I think in the end, it'll make a much better school.
Very good. Thank you. And then the second question, in 2 school board meetings ago, you said that you were supposed to get an answer back from your fellow, I believe, superintendents about starting the sports events in Lincoln. That never got
The
clarified.
vote was 13 to 11. We were defeated on that vote. But they also told us, when you get here, you know, they wouldn't do it. We were defeated. So, you know, and we have busing issues. And I'll tell you this, and one of our board members had asked, I believe there's only 3 times this year that students have been let out. One was for the track districts, one was yesterday for the game of one of the baseball games, and another track, the Spaghetti team. Other than that, they've only been getting out when the afternoon announcements come out at 10 after 3, so they're really not getting out. So we kept a closer eye on that. So really, they're not getting out.
No. And again, that's just about more education.
Right.
Very good. Thank you. And it's a good news, bad news type thing. With your designation as a senior high school, there's a lot of confusion on other parents' parts about what that's going to mean for the 7th grade.
No changes next year, none at all.
Right.
And that's part of the facilities question that Dr. Roche had. This cafeteria really, we came in here at the first one for the middle school lunch, when both grades are here. It's pretty crowded. And That's an issue that he has with these schedules. So there are no changes for next year for the middle school. We'll start, we'll dismiss at the same time. Everything will be the same.
And I guess it's just being proactive, when we always talk about that, perhaps now, at least trying to educate the 6th grade and 7th grade parents. Obviously, it's not going to be next year, but the confusion is, and I think we resolved that, even with that designation, 7th and 8th graders aren't going to be mixing with 9, 10, 11, and 12 graders.
For next year,
Not next year, when it happens.
he's going to put 3 or 4 proposals together, and then everybody will have to look at them and see what can work, what can't work, what's positive, what's negative about it. That may be a proposal. That's not something that I was looking at personally.
No, not at all. But, and I'm just, and ours are going to be, we're going to have an 8th grade next year.
Yeah, I think he's just giving us 4 proposals. You want to do this, do this. Yeah, go ahead.
Mr. McDonald hit on it. I was gonna prompt him to hit on that the scheduler did say that's the proposal we will look at to divvy up the lunches, where there were kids would be possibly mixed. If that was a proposal made, if that was accepted. Of course, the priority of ours, as we gave him, is we don't want that.
Right.
We want 7th and 8th grade together, and then high school kids together.
So I'm very comfortable with where our 7th and 8th grade runs right now. We have very little problems with interaction with students.
My point, and we understand, but all I'm trying to say, I guess I'm not saying it as clear as I can, is to be proactive for the parents of kids that are coming up, to at least send out a letter, something that explains to your efforts with the scheduler, that yes, we are going to do this, but we just want, because there's a lot of confusion.
I have a letter already written. I do have a letter already written. I was kind of holding off. I spoke to Mr. Cram, and we didn't know whether or not that there was that much confusion out there. The letter is written, it's on my desk.
Understood. And then I guess, especially watching Mrs. Lapaka talk about the budget last night, and I understand what a bigger issue special education students are now. So is there, other than the billing that Mrs. May talked about, but is there any consideration by the district to try and do more here versus outsourcing, which is probably more expensive?
Outsourcing is very expensive. We are getting a lot of students in that need to be outsourced. We're not a large enough district to have enough population to run most of our own classes. About 10 or 12 years ago, we took back all of our learning support classes. We have students from different categories in all those classes, so we keep as many kids here as we possibly can. We started our own autistic support class, but we're getting an awful lot of special needs students into this district.
And I
Those
guess,
questions were asked at Mr. McDonald last week, or Monday, on the route, something, they want to know what we needed, and so on and so forth.
Holly and I noted that watching the work.
I understand there was $600,000 class, wasn't it? For 11 and 12 students.
Right, they go to certain
And
places.
we're trying to figure a way to bring them back. It'd be multitude of teachers in space.
Yeah, no, I understand. And then, again, from the work session, was it, the Howard Gardner Street. As a charter school, why is the district paying for those? I understand NEF.
They're public school.
By law, John, they were granted a charter 2 years ago. Scranton City School District and Abington Heights, because they had the most students there, they were allowed to fight it, which they both fought it, and they lost. And we happen to have 8 students who were already there. They didn't leave here to go there, they were already there because it was a Montessori type of school. So we just get a bill for $80,000, and that we never had before.
And it does sound, since then, other children have elected to go there.
No, it's the same ones from.
Same monster.
Well,
Sliders are going up.
I understand that. Very good, that's all I have to say.
Thanks,
Thank you for everything.
Anyone else? Public discussion? None? minutes of the regular meeting on April 16, 2014.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Hallinan, second by Mr. Muracco. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion that permission be granted to the following for the use of district facilities and equipment. Scranton chapter of football officials, 3 days for league meeting, Dunmore Little League baseball, softball field, 7 days. Ellen O'Brien, open gym and conditioning, Small Wonders, DEC, gymnasium graduation, Sherry Nichols cheerleading camp, summer conditioning, request for NEIU number 19 service, August 21st and 22nd. Request for coach and use of football facilities for green game and girls soccer summer conditioning. Use of district facilities subject to the conditions established by the Dunmore School District may not conflict with any regular scheduled activity.
Yeah, just green game practice, no changes, just practice.
Motion by Mr. McHale, second by Mr. Summa, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion to accept the personnel report. So moved. Motion by Mr. Butler, second by Mr. Hallinan, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion, please.
Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Hall.
motion to appoint athletic coaches in accordance with the Dunmore Federation of Teachers contract, and there's an attached list.
Motion by Mr. Holtham, second by Mr. Hallinan, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion, please, Mr. Kofel.
To appoint Patricia Mataloni as senior project coordinator.
Motion by Mr. Kofel, second. Mr. Summa, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion, please. Motion to accept the resignation of Regina Garber effective October 31st, 2014. Motion by Mr. McHale, second by Mr. Muracco, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion to approve the special education. Motion by Mr. Summa. Second by Mr. Kofel. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion, please.
Chairman,
Mr. Kofel.
to amend public participation policy number 903 from a 2-minute presentation to a 5-minute presentation.
Motion by Mr. Kofel. Second by Mr. Hallinan. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion, Mr. Muracco.
Motion to approve the following payrolls: April 25th, 2014, $326,168.47. May 9th, 2014, $325,610.91, for a total of $651,779.38.
Motion by Mr. Muracco.
Second.
Second by Mr. Hallinan. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion to accept the treasurer's report for the month of April 2014.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Hallinan, second by Mr. McHale, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion, Mr. Muracco.
Motion to approve payment for the list of bills consists of $515,023.23.
Motion by Mr. Muracco, second by Mr. McHale, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion to accept the activity reports for the month of April 2014.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Hallinan, second by Mr. Holtham, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion, please.
Chairman.
Mr. McHale.
Approve wage tax collector's report for the month of April 2014.
Motion by Mr. McHale,
Second.
second by Mr. Muracco, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion, please. Chairman.
The award bids for school maintenance and custodial supply, 2014-2015. See attached list.
Motion by Mr. Summa.
Second.
Second by Mr. Hallinan. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion, please. Mr. Muracco.
Motion to appoint George Kofel as our board treasurer for a one-year term beginning July 1st, 2014.
Motion by Mr. Muracco, second by Mr. Durkin, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion, please.
Chairman.
Mr.
to adopt the proposed final budget in the amount of $19,325,400 for the 2014-2015 fiscal year beginning July 1st, 2014, setting the millage at 103.1624 mils. Further, that such adoption will conform with the PA school code and the requirements of Act 1.
Motion by Mr.
Second.
McHale. Second by Mr. Butler, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion, please. Chairman. Mr. Summa.
The following lending institutions be named depository for the various account funds: First National Community Bank, General and Payroll Fund, Capital Reserve Fund, and Elementary Student Activities Fund. Another deposit discount bank, cafeteria, athletic, middle school, high school student activity fund, scholarship fund, and Anthony League Charitable Trust, State Treasurer, General and Investment Fund, Penn Star Bank Special Need Account.
Motion by Mr. Summa.
Second.
Second by Mr. Hallinan, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion, please.
Chairman.
Mr. Muracco.
Motion to approve the 2014-2015 budget of the Career Technology Center as presented in the, so the net obligation to the Dunmore School District is $235,313, which is a decrease of $5,109.
Motion by Mr. Muracco. Second by Mr. Kofel, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion, please. Mr. Muracco.
Motion to approve a contract renewal for Rehab Clinics Incorporated, DBA NovaCare, for 2014-2015 fiscal year. The maximum cost of the contract is $24,750, which is calculated $1,100 at $22.50 per hour. The district is to be billed for actual number of the hours worked.
Motion by Mr. Muracco. Second by Mr. Hallinan, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion, please, Chairman. Mr. Kofel.
To approve the homestead report received from the Lackawanna County Assessor's Office listing 3,106 homesteads as of May 1st, 2014, in accordance with Act 1.
Motion by Mr. Kofel.
Second.
Second by Mr. Holtham, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion to award a one-year contract to the nutrition group, Durham, PA, per their proposal. Contract period July 1, 2014 to June 30, 2015.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Butler.
Second.
Second by Mr. Muracco, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion, please.
Chairman,
Mr.
to approve the contract with Government Software Services, Homestead PA, for data processing services and the district's real estate tax collection system per their proposal. There's no increase from the prior year.
Motion by Mr. McHale.
Second.
Second by Mr. Hallinan, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Is there any new business at this time?
Chairman.
Mr. McHale?
I'd just like to commend Antoinette for the budget. As I know, it's very tough to do every year. We're kind of hamstrung everywhere by only being able to raise taxes 2% because of regulations that say to put forward. And in that, as we discussed with Mr. Mead and Mrs. Mead, they'll say that it's a 0% budget, but it's always a little less. You're not getting what you got last year for various reasons. And we talked about different things, and we talked about some of how Gardner School, cyber school kid moves into this district. He's entitled to an education. He gets it. He could move in tomorrow, rent a house anywhere from here, and we have to pay for it. He could not be from here, whatever, but we have to pay it, and it's very hard. They could move out the next week, but it's very hard to get the money back. I think when we first started, there was maybe 2 or 3. How many are now?
When I started at 7, there's 27.
That takes from the education of the kids. It's our money, but they're entitled to a public education. We consider that a public education. even though they're not held to the same standards that we are sometimes as far as academic performance. And actually, they're able to advertise, and if you go on some of the websites, they're on some of the public school websites advertising for students. So I commend you. Never easy, no one ever wants to raise taxes, but until we can fix the formula, I don't know what to do with it. If anybody saw last night, at the bottom of the screen, as we were seeing some of the election results, some of them were tax increase questions for school districts, and every one of them was no. So almost had no choice. Thank you, Antoinette, and Richard, for your work on this, and I wish we had better news with the state. Who knows, maybe we'll on a year or two. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. McHale. Anyone else from the business?
Chairman, can you say something on that? Just to follow up, and Jimmy's right. Unfortunately, the state should be funding all these programs at 50%. We say this every year. We're only getting 33 to 30%. So unfortunately, it's up to our school district to make it up. How do you make it up? You know, you have to raise taxes, it's unfortunate. But maybe, answer to your question, Mrs. Mead, maybe if things change down the road, maybe that takes care of itself. Maybe we get people in there, I don't know. But we try every year, you know, our board works hard, our business administrator works hard, so. But you gotta remember, we also have to have some help out of Harrisburg. So it's tough to make up the 17% funding.
Anyone else for new business? If anyone knows, I have some, if anyone knows, if anyone would like to be a volunteer grant writer, we're always looking for someone to do grants for us. Business report, this time, down superintendent's report.
Yes, I would also like to compliment Antoinette for her expert work in developing this budget. McHale says the budgets are very difficult in this day and age. She works many hours, including coming down here on some Saturdays and Sundays that we don't know about. So she works very hard in development. We congratulate and thank you. I also want to congratulate 2010 Dunmore High School graduate Erin Harrington on being selected as a Fulbright Scholar. That's the first that I have ever known from the Dunmore School District. That's a very prestigious award. She's getting it from the university. She's graduating from the University of Pittsburgh, and she will be doing her Fulbright in Russia, which is a very difficult part of the world right now. That's an amazing honor for a Dunmore High School student to attain. So we're very proud of Erin. I'd also like to congratulate our foreign language department, Mr. Lucas, our French teacher, Ms. Cooper, and Mrs. Baker in Spanish for having their students take and doing very well on national foreign language exams. They take it every year. In the French test, in the chapter, the local chapter, we had a total of 11 students who were ranked in the top 10. In the Spanish exam, we had 14 bronze medals, 2 silver medals, and 1 gold medal. And Ms. Neve King scored in the 99th percentile. There was 150,000 students who took the test, and it was only 1,000 who scored higher than her. So congratulations to Nave and her parents. That's all I have, Mr. Farris.
Thank you. Motion, please.
Accept the president's superintendent report and make the part of the minutes.
Second. Motion by Mr. McHale, second by Mr. Muracco, all in favor? Opposed? Motion to adjourn to meet in regular session or call the chair.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Hallinan, second by Mr. Muracco, all in favor?
Aye.